10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Vehicle pitching downrange.
Launch. Wait a minute, it's going up?
Power and telemetry are nominal. Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Super Falcon 9 is supersonic, traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
Falcon 9 has reached max Q, the maximum dynamic pressure it will feel during flight.
MVAC engine chill.
In just under 30 seconds, we'll have main engine cutoff, or MECO.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation. MVAC ignition. Bearing separation.
As you can see, the fairings have deployed, marking the third flight for these fairing halves. We will attempt to recover the fairing halves using our recovery ship, Bob.
Stage 1 landing burn. Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 has ignited
Stage
one
2 is
engine.
terminal guidance.
Landing leg deploy.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Starlink.
Pitching downrange. Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal. Power and telemetry, let me know. supersonic.
As you just heard, Falcon 9 is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
Falcon 9 has passed through max Q. This is the moment of maximum dynamic pressure the vehicle will feel during flight.
Vac engine chill has started.
We're just about 30 seconds away from main engine cutoff, the first of 3 events that will happen in quick succession. MECO will be followed by stage separation.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed. Vac ignition. Bearing separation confirmed.
As you can see, those fairing halves have deployed, marking the second flight for those fairing halves, and we will be attempting to recover them once they fall back to Earth.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
All right, as you saw there briefly, as the smoke clears, there we see once again, Falcon 9 has landed, marking SpaceX's 55th first stage landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. This is the 51st overall Starlink mission and the 29th launch of the year.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition. And liftoff. Liftoff of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket, launching Dragon on the 25th mission to resupply the International Space Station with cool science and a new advanced instrument to more effectively study our planet's climate.
Power and telemetry nominal.
We are 50 seconds into flight, successful liftoff from the Kennedy Space Center, Launch Complex 39A. Falcon 9 is heading towards its next major milestone. For the point of highest stresses that the vehicle will experience during ascent. There's the call out for maximum dynamic pressure. So from here, the stresses on the vehicle will get lower and lower as we raise our altitude. Coming up, we've got 5 events back to back. The first of those will be main engine cutoff, or MECO. That's where all 9 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage will shut down.
I'm back chill.
Following that will be stage separation, where the first and second stages will separate. The first stage will flip around to make sure it's headed back towards the landing site and our drone ship named A Shortfall of Gravitas. And then the second stage will ignite its Merlin vacuum engine to boost Dragon into low Earth orbit during second engine start number 1. We just heard the call out there for engine chill-in on the second stage engine starting. The last event is the boost back burn on the first stage. That's to reduce the velocity of that vehicle as we prepare for atmospheric entry. Now, all of those events happen over about 45 seconds, and again, they are main engine cutoff, followed by stage separation, first stage flip, second stage engine start, and then boost back burn start. All those happening in just about 5 seconds.
Miko.
Stage separation confirmed.
Fantastic sight.
And back startup.
So the first 3 of those events are
Back
complete.
startup.
And now the boost back burn is underway. The shot on our screen right now is of the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage. And as this view toggles, you may catch the first stage. It is firing its Merlin 1D engines that burn on the first stage, lasting about 30 seconds. You can see the plume on the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen as we're doing the boost back burn.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
Successful shutdown of the first stage Merlin engines for the boost back burn. Second stage engine continuing to burn. That'll continue to burn until about the T+8 minute and 40-second mark into the mission.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Keep an eye out on the speed on the left-hand side of your screen. That's the velocity of the first stage. We're going to see that come all the way down to 0. On the right-hand side of your screen is our drone ship. And also keep an eye out on the left-hand side of your screen for landing leg deploy.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
People real excited behind me. Right in the middle, 5th landing for this Falcon 9, 130th landing overall for an orbital class rocket. Beautiful sight to see.
What you're seeing is approach 1 burn underway.
Station Houston on 2 for rendezvous status.
Okay, on 2.
Dragon is transmitting docking camera video, so please confirm video and data are updating in the Dragon docking monitor. And if you bring that up on SCC-17, we can follow along on the ground as well.
One meter in closing. And we're getting views right at the last second.
Dragon contact and soft capture complete.
10:21 a.m.
Soft capture complete.
10:21 a.m. Central Time, 11:21 a.m. Eastern, 267 statute miles. Audible laughter from here in Mission Control as we do lose views right after a confirmed capture. We did get those views, though, to see it actually go in, which was fantastic. But we did have a confirmed soft capture at 10:21 a.m. Central Time. The International Space Station and Dragon spacecraft were over the South Atlantic Ocean, 267 statute miles.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Starlink 422.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is normal.
Vehicle's pitching downrange.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon 9 and supersonic.
With that, the vehicle is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
The vehicle is through the highest point of pressure it will feel during flight, also known as maximum dynamic pressure.
And back chill.
We're just under a minute to main engine cutoff, followed by stage separation, main engine cutoff, stage separation, and then second engine start number 1.
Miko.
Stage separation confirmed.
And back ignition.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And today's flight marks the 3rd for these fairing halves and the 50th overall mission to use reflown fairings. We will be attempting to recover both those fairing halves again to use on a future mission.
Stage 1 landing burn startup.
Stage 2 FDS has safed.
Call out from the teams of successful landing burn startup. Letting just one Merlin engine in preparation for landing on our drone.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Heard confirmation from the teams that the landing legs have deployed. And confirmation of landing. There was also a call out there for second engine cutoff. So just in order here, this is the 124th landing of the Falcon 9's first stage. 52nd overall Starlink mission. 31st launch of this year. And there were some additional callouts there that we have completed second engine cutoff number 1, and we are in a nominal orbit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff of Starlink 3-2. Go Falcon 9. Vehicles pushing downrange. M1D chamber pressures are nominal. Power and telemetry nominal. Vehicle supersonic.
As you just heard, Falcon 9 is now traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
Falcon 9 has now passed through max Q, the maximum dynamic pressure that it will feel during flight.
And back chill has started.
With that call out there, we heard that the second stage is preparing to ignite its Merlin vacuum engine. We're less than 1 minute away from main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start.
Acquisition of signal, code quest.
Beautiful view of the California coast there in the background behind the first stage.
Pico. Stage separation confirmed. And back started. Bearing separation confirmed.
All right, and as you saw right there, those fairings deployed. Today marks the third flight for one of those fairing halves and the fifth flight for the other. As usual, we will be attempting to recover these once again after they fall back to Earth.
Expected loss of signal, Vandenberg.
Stage 2 FTS was saved.
We're now coming up to the landing burn for that first stage that you see there.
Stage 1 landing burn.
The first stage has lit one engine, the center engine, to prepare for landing on our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
As you can see there on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed, marking SpaceX's 56th first stage landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, and our 125th Falcon 9 landing.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressures are nominal.
As you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off.
Nominal power and telemetry.
Really awesome views there on your screen.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
With that call out, Falcon 9 is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
And great call that we have passed through max Q. That is the largest dynamic pressure that the vehicle sees during flight.
MVAC engine chill has started.
Now, in about a minute, we will have 3 events happening back to back. That will be main engine cutoff, or what we call MECO, stage separation, and SES-1, or second stage engine startup 1. And then shortly after that will be fairing deploy. Main engine cutoff is where we shut down all 9 of those MVAC engines that you're seeing lit up on your screen. That helps to slow the stage down as it prepares for stage separation. That's where the first stage separates from the second stage. First stage will make its way back to Earth, and the second stage will continue on its journey with SES-1, or second stage engine startup 1, and that's where we ignite the MVAC engine on the second stage.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And as you just saw on your screen, we just had main engine cutoff, or MECO, stage separation, SES-1 with, on your right-hand screen, you can see the MVAC engine igniting, and we did have confirmation of fairing deploy as well. Now, what you're looking at on your screen on the left-hand side is a view from the first stage, and we just saw those grid fins deploying. Those grid fins help to guide the first stage as it makes its way back down to its landing zone.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And with the landing burn beginning on the first stage, let's watch as Falcon 9 attempts to land on a short fall of gravitas.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And great news.
MVAC shutdown.
As you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This marks the 126th landing of a Falcon 9 first stage.
Acquisition of signal, Newfoundland.
Nominal orbit insertion.